Okay, I thought the camera was running, and it wasn't. Hey everybody, it's Lyn from Lyn's Crafts. I'll try to put a still photo at the beginning of what this looked like before I started doing anything with it. And it was cute, don't get me wrong, the little cherubs that were on it, but that's just not me. So, I had to change it. So I sanded it down with one of those foam sanding blocks, and then I took a stipple brush and stippled, whatever you want to call it, some black acrylic paint, a couple of coats, and then I did a little bit of the hot glue art, just some random viney, swirly, spirally things, and then just a little trim. Okay, oh my gosh. So, I totally didn't realize that my camera was not filming. So, I'll put a still picture at the beginning. Hello, it's Lyn from Lyn's Crafts, everybody. I'll put a still photo at the beginning of what this looked like. It was kind of it had roses and stuff all over it. It had cherubs on the top, and that would have screamed shabby chic, and I don't really do that. So, I painted it black, a couple of coats, and what I did was I used again, like a stipple brush, and so I pounced it on there, and that's a good way to get it to stick. Of course, like I did say, like I said to the camera when it wasn't filming, I did sand this. I took one of those foam sanding blocks, and I sanded it top and sides and everything. And then I pounced on 2 coats of black acrylic apple barrel paint. Then I did the hot glue. I just did a little texture, almost like bead of icing, And then on the top, I did a little freehand swirly vine. And, of course, then I put 2 more coats of black on there. And I'm right now sponging on some folk art metallic sterling silver. And I'm actually, if it'll stay like that, I'm actually using, okay, don't. I'm using my finger and just dabbing it on. I'll dab it off just a little bit like that first, like as if it was a sponge. And that's the way I did that whole lid. It's just like that. Rubbing it on like that, or dabbing it on like that. So, I'll finish that up and come back. I'm so sorry, I was talking to myself for like the last, 10 minutes, so how embarrassing. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, now I finished rubbing the silver on and dabbing the silver on, and I've gone over the whole thing with a coat of gloss sealer. So there's where I'm at that point, and you can see that although it is shiny and glossy, the silver itself is a little bit dull. So I'm actually going to do a little bit more to it before I go any further. So I'm going to put this in my spray box, I think, and spray it with some of the Solid Night Silver Lindy Stamp Gang spray. See what happens. I'll be right back. Okay, so here it is after I've sprayed with the Lindy Stamp Gang sprays. And what I used was, I started out with the Starburst spray, the Silent Night Silver. And I sprayed that on first, and then heat set it to dry. And then I came back with the Frosted Forget-Me-Nots, just to add, and this is also the Starburst spray, this just to add a little touch of blue, like a tarnished silver kind of has. I don't know if you can see any of that. Oh, there maybe a little bit. This has got some just amazing color. I'm sure it's not going to come across on the camera, but and so after the after the Frosted Forget-Me-Nots, I actually did some of the Starburst spray in the Golden Lump of Coal, which is totally my favorite color. Even though I know it's not silver, but I wanted it to have that vintagey, kind of warm look, and that really, really helped to bring that out. And then after I heat set all that, I rubbed over the details just a little bit with the Magicals in the Silent Night Silver. And then after I did that, I sprayed the whole thing with just a light spray of the Glitz Spritz in the Scintillating Silver, just to bring that silver pop back out just a little bit. So, it really looks so cool. So, there's my start. There's my start. And I'm going to try to enter this into the Lindy Stamp Gang July Challenge. And you're supposed to use some colors from the image, from the challenge image. And so I've got some flowers that I've made and painted in this Americana, and it's called Cinnamon Drop, which is really close to the color that they showed. And then the Ocean Blue, which is kind of sort of close to the it's the closest thing I had to the blue in the image. And then I also pulled out this Craft Smart in a navy to do a little accents with, which is another one of the colors. So it was a red, white, and bluish kind of theme, and the image was a bowl of like strawberries and cream. So we're gonna see what I make of all this together. So I'll be back. Hey everybody, it's Lynn from Lynn's Crafts. Today I am coming to you with my entry for the Lindy Stamp Gang July Color Challenge. And I went ahead and pulled out, when I had the Color Challenge page pulled up, I went ahead and pulled out some paints that I had that were similar to the challenge colors, just so I wouldn't have to keep referring back to the page. And the colors this time are a kind of a bright red, a aqua turquoise blue, which I didn't have anything exactly that color, so this was just kind of my reminder, and then a navy blue and white. And the challenge was you only had to use 2 of the colors, and to the color challenge image was a bowl of strawberries and cream. So keeping that theme in mind, I went for strawberries. So I had this heart-shaped box, and I showed some still images at the beginning, and it was covered with cherubs. Very, shabby chic, if that was your style, would have probably been perfect for it, but since that's not my style, I went with changing it up completely. So again, there's a little before video and some still images of what the box looked like, and a little bit of what I did to it to get to this point. I painted the whole thing black with this apple barrel black acrylic paint. And what I did is I took a rough brush and I pounced it on there. And the reason I did that is it kind of helps the color stick a little bit better. And I just pounced it on there like you would with a stipple brush, which of course would work as well. And I did that, and then all over black, and then I did the hot glue, the little swirls in the hot glue, and then I went over the whole thing again with the black acrylic paint. And as you can see, I did the hot glue around the edges of the bottom also. So then I did, like I said, another coat of the black paint, and then I heat set the whole thing lightly just to heat set the paint. If you heat set too long or too hot, you will melt your hot glue again, so you have to kind of stay back and try not to melt your hot glue again too much. Let's see, I'm going to where to go from here. Okay. After I did that, I painted the entire box with this folk art metallic sterling silver sterling, pardon me, and that gave it a real dull silver look, and I believe there may be even a still shot of that. I never know with my camera now, so this is just as much a mystery to me. Then after that, I sprayed with my 3 silver Lindy stamp gangs. And this one is the Starburst spray in the Silent Night Silver, and I'm dangerously low. And I did that first. What I wanted was the dark undertones in this to seep down around the details of the box. Then, in just a few strategic places, I went with the Starburst spray in the Frosted Forget-Me-Nots. And I just wanted it to have just a little bit of that blue kind of iridescence that silver gets over time when it tarnishes. And in between, I heat set each color. I didn't want them to blend together really. I wanted them to stay separate. I don't know if you can tell, especially not with my hand in the way, but there's some of the blue is like up here at the top, the Frosted Forget-Me-Nots, and I won't really call it a blue. It's just got a hint of blue with the silver. And then after that was heat set, I went over the whole thing with the scintillating silver, and that just brings that bright pop of silver back out. And then before I heat set that, but I waited till it was just tacky, not still runny, I took my Magicals, which I didn't even bring back out here. Hold on. I took my Magicals, which is also in the Silent Night Silver, and I just took it on my finger, and while this was still damp, I just rubbed it on the highlights, just to give those highlights a little extra highlight. After that, I started adding my embellishments and just some little satin ribbon roses to try to simulate this being a vine going around the box. One of my handmade carnations in the blue that is a lot closer to what the challenge color is. I put one of my polymer clay hearts that I've glued a bead cap to the top of, trying to make it look like a strawberry. A couple of little white rosebuds, another one of my handmade flowers, and just a glitter ribbon bow that gorgeous dark blue color. Let's see. Then let's go down here. I've got another one of my homemade flowers and 2 more of those little rosebuds that I've curly cued the wire stems of, and I did that on all of the flowers, trying to, like I said, kind of simulate a vine winding around the box. Some of my polymer clay beads in the blue color for the challenge. Ooh, let me get up here a little better. Some tube beads and just some round beads with some bead caps and some filigree beads. And a couple of more of my polymer clay hearts at the bottom. That again, I've done the upside down bead cap for the strawberry top. Alright, and let me hold this up a little bit. Then up here at the top is another one of my homemade roses and some wire edged ribbon in the dark blue color with some silver lame running through it. That's really, really pretty. And then in the center, this is a Stamper's Best stamp, and I don't right offhand know what the name of it is, but it's got some pretty strawberry, probably called Strawberry Swirl. What do you bet? Let me see. Oh, I was close. Strawberry Journal Flourish. So that's what I used. And I've put a little bit of Stardust Stickles on the flowers, some red glitter glue on the strawberries, and just a dot of gold glitter glue, Studio G glitter glue, in the center of the flower to represent the yellow center of the strawberry flower. So there is the outside of the box. Now I'm going to pause just a second and open it. Okay, but before I open it, I did spray all of the embellishments after I was done with the scintillating silver as well, just to tie them in to the hole. Even the stamp has some spray on it. Alright, now I'll open it. Okay, and it's not difficult to open, it just takes 2 hands. Okay, here's the inside. I'll go ahead and take the pieces away so you can see just the pillow that I made for the inside. And this also is sprayed with scintillating silver, and I absolutely love the way it looks. It's so sparkly. This looks like it's covered with thousands of stars. It's got one of my homemade flowers right in the center, and I've just used the fabric tack to glue the pillow together, and I've just stuffed it with some polyfill. So that's just for the inside of the box. Alright, then I took one of my little strawberry beads and I made a bracelet, and it's just got a toggle clasp. I promise it does have a toggle clasp on the end. Okay, so we'll just pretend I showed you that. There it is, look. And so does the necklace. And the necklace, again, I've sprayed all of these pieces with the different Lindy stamp gangs. Come on, really? There we go. I'm going to show you the strawberry blossom first. And it's not really picking up the yellow in the center. We've had rain for 2 days. Yay! We needed it so bad. Thank you so much, Lord. We really did. But it means I don't have any sunshine today, so my light is all I've got. So as you can see, the little bit of blue showing up right down at the bottom, perfect shot. I used the 3 colors again of the Lindy Stamp Gang spray in the Silent Night Silver. I did that first, and then I went over with my black black acrylic paint for some antiquing, and then wiped it back off. And then I put my sealer on after that, my satin sealer. And then I went ahead and resprayed with the Silent Night Silver, and then the Frosted Forget-Me-Nots, and then the scintillating silver, drying again between each coat. So it's got a really nice shimmer. Although it's kind of grungy looking, it really goes nice with the box. And then I've made some strawberry leaves as well. I love the shimmer on those. It just really, this Lindy Stamp Gang works so good on the polymer clay. I'm really surprised. Great qualities, just absolutely great. And then this is one of my rolled inclusion beads that I did in the tutorial before this. So both sides. So there is my entry for the color challenge. Get my hands all in the way. And I really enjoyed this color challenge. I'm sorry, my stuff is all over the place. My box of paper clips that was holding it up. Mainly because I really did not expect to like these colors together. When I saw the color challenge, I thought, ooh, really, that blue does not go. But I love the way it turned out. Really pretty. So there's my color challenge entry and my Lindy Stamp Gang sprays that I used and my magicals. I didn't use any embossing powder on this one, believe it or not. But thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to enter this color challenge. And I'm really enjoying this product, and have got to get on and order me some more. I'm getting low. So, I love it too much. Alright, thanks everybody for watching, I'll holler at y'all later. Bye now.